for those of you for the first time, welcome to Fandemonium! I hope you have a serious blast this year. We've done a lot to improve it. You might have noticed the video game room is about twice the size for those of you who were here last year. And believe it or not, we actually like hearing all of your suggestions, your ideas, your complaints. It's like, oh look, I don't like this. And most cons go, no, I'm not going to listen to that. We actually put out a suggestion box, which will be out about, give us about an hour after this ends. But it'll be up for everybody who's here, everybody who's not here, the people who should be here, but they're out having dinner because they're silly and not as obsessed and hardcore as you. Let us know what you like about this event, what do you think it needs to have added to it or changed, and what you hate so bad that makes us proud. But it's okay, because we need to know this so we can make it bigger and better for you every single year. Come on, you want it bigger and better, right? That's what I want to hear. Well, I'm going to introduce a few of the guests of honor first, because most of what I have to say isn't really that important. Standard things, follow the rules, read the program book. Oh my God, read it, it's pretty. First guest of honor I'd like to introduce... What? Okay. I'm going to ask a question. Keep talking, it's cool that way. But alright, the first guest of honor I'd like to introduce is the... I'm not going to introduce them first because last year, through a little mishap, I neglected to mention them. Whoops. So this year I'd like to welcome the Order of Aries! Our Renaissance guest of honor. Come to the stage. Don't make fun of you, yes. Come up, introduce yourselves, tell us a little bit about your events.
Well, as you all know, we're the ones that like to play with live steel and destroy things in front of your very eyes. And make funny faces. This year we're going to incorporate that. The reason we're outside is the Civic Center doesn't like us to really make a mess. And that's the one thing we're doing this year is we're going to get a little messy with our sword play. We're going to shoot blood. Yes, no blood, but... No blood wrestling, unfortunately. Maybe next year if we can get more in again. Okay. Suggestion box. Yeah. But this year we got a few more new little twists, little turns. And like I said, we're going to get a little messy. That's why it's outside tomorrow. Tomorrow at 4:30, if I'm correct. The schedule hasn't changed yet. That's why you got up to it.
Yes, announcements for events. You should all go, it's going to be awesome.
Exactly. We got a few things that we didn't expect to happen until about an hour ago. Hi. We had to pick up John at the airport because we didn't know he was coming until... This morning? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Come watch my fight, I just wrote it today.
Actually, they just practiced it 5 minutes ago. But, yeah. But unfortunately this year, it's going to be fun, it's going to be a blast, it's going to be hot. Temperature-wise, at least. But, yes, come watch it. We're going to have a little bit of belly dancing this year as well during the show. We're going to have some...
From my SO.
A lot more breaking of different things besides mailboxes. So come on out and have fun, and that's about all I've got for now. We'll get that back to you for next season.
Say something silly, oh my God, give it to the wrong person. Order of Aries, everybody. Now I'd like to introduce Steve Wilhite, our comic book guest of honor for this year. He's done a lot of amazing work. Steve, are you in the room? Oh good, Steve's here. I'd look very silly if he wasn't. No, I look very silly anyway. Hi Steve, introduce yourself, tell them about it. Please do, come on.
Yeah, real cool. Yeah, they're awesome. Maybe you can learn something. Maybe I can teach you something. Don't want to. I know. Here.
Thank you, Steve. Now I'd like to introduce the third in the room, and hopefully they are. David Stanworth and Lane of Snafu Comics. They're this year's artist guest of honor. They unfortunately, Lane we didn't know was coming, so he isn't in the program. But he's awesome. He should read his stuff. Come on down here. Come on.
What? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm Snafu Dave. I do Snafu and Tinting Come from Ninja, and I represent the comic collective Snafu, which most of you probably read, well, if you've read anything, it's probably the Powerpuff Girls doujinshi by Bleed Man, and also Ever After by Evan. So yeah, stop by the booth. We have free buttons. If you're a staff member, free badges. Sorry, not staff members. Yeah, lots of free swag.
And now we're at the webcomics panel on Saturday. Wow. Hi, Jeremy. Okay, we got some other cool people here. What? Let's see, who do we have here? Who do we have? Someone interesting. Randy Mulholland of Something Positive. What's good, Randy's here. Hi, Randy. Tell them about yourself, my friend.
Hi everyone, what was to say? I can't use most of my obscenities, his family's here. That's half my dialogue removed right there. I'm part of the webcomics panels starting at 8 o'clock. I have an SP panel, it's 4 p.m. on Sunday. Come by my table, I do free fast sketches. Also, if you have a Munchkin card that's blank, I will draw on it. Or if you have the Redneck Tree card from Purple Errors Munchkin 3, or the Rocks Faller from Dice card from Munchkin Dice, I'll sign those. And I'm selling stuff, and I will yell at you for free. What am I supposed to say to these people? I traveled 12 hours to be here. And I guess we'll see you guys hopefully all have fun. Have fun.
Well, that's the whole part of Fandemonium, isn't it? Experimental events. Let's try something new, shall we? Not you. Okay, I'd like to introduce if they're in the room. They should be. I saw them here. I saw them. Custodians of Otakadom! Get down here right now. Sneaky little boys. Hide yourselves.
Everybody, it's good to be back. I'm Coulter from Coup. I'm Mike. Hi. And we're the only Coup members that made it. But we're the only fun ones anyway, so it's all good. Karaoke in here tonight after opening ceremonies, and we've got the dating game tomorrow, and hope to see everybody there. Glad to be here. Thanks, guys.
By the way, they are officially our coup guests of honor. I'd like to introduce Ichidan, if we have a few members in the... Looks like we have a few members.
Welcome to Fandemonium! As you can see, there are a whole lot of us here. I'm the short straw, and they hit me with bats, so I get to be up front. Yay. This is scary. So, tomorrow, we're going to have a fantastically huge grand cosplay. How many of you saw the cosplay last year? This one's bigger. A lot bigger. So, come down, see all your friends and all your enemies probably on stage at the same time, doing wonderful, crazy things. And yeah, anything else I should say about this? Tomorrow at 5-ish here. That's it. Jeremy. Oh, guests, sorry. In addition to all the wonderful people that you see in Ichidan here before you, we have members of Kageshien doing dance numbers for us, which is going to be spectacular. They are in the back doing their dance routines and practicing to impress you. We also have Pikmin Link, who's going to be on stage with us. And apparently, if you look at your program here, anybody have a program? You didn't pick one up, right? Okay. On the last page of your program here, it points out to you that this is a Harry Potter spoiler-free zone. Now, we've read the book, most of us 2 or 3 times. We saw the new movie. There are going to be a couple of cameos from popular Harry Potter characters. But there are no spoilers for Deathly Hallows in the play, as we wrote it a year ago. So there you have it. Don't worry, come down to the show, have a good time, yell, shout, hoot and holler, dance when you want to. Should be a fun time. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you, guys. Ichidan. Smidge? Hi, Smidge.
Hi, I'm from the Desert Chickens cosplay group out of Nevada. We're like this big, but I was the only chicken that could come. So, hi, I'm the guest. You guys need to come to the cosplay tomorrow because we've worked so incredibly hard on it, and you get to watch me die. Thank you, Marty.
Oh, there he is. Hi. I'd like to introduce our animator guest of honor, Reed Hawker. Hi, Reed. Tell me a little about yourself.
Hi, I'm Reed Hawker. I'm sure you guys have come a year or 2 since, and you've probably seen me before, but I always enjoy coming back. I love being with you guys. I have been working for Disney for a while now, and I'm gonna have, is it 11 o'clock tomorrow? 11.
Yes, 11 a.m.
11.
I know it's early, but go, you must come. It's awesome.
At 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'm doing a panel on animation. It's where the industry is going, how exactly they do it. You'll get to see some footage and some how to make it kind of stuff, and I think you might find it interesting. And we'll talk a little bit about movies that are coming up and how the trends are going in animation. I'm also in the webcomic panel because I do a webcomic on the side called Culture Shock, and so I hope to see you guys at the webcomic panel as well. It should be pretty fun.
Thank you, Reed. Reed, hang on a second. Come back up here. This next guest, unfortunately, can't be here tonight. Yes. He'd be Ben Wiltshire, our martial arts guest of honor. He puts on great demonstrations. And Reed, you're going to tell us a little bit about him. Come on, please.
I know Ben Wiltshire pretty well, and so he wanted me to pass this along to you guys. He had to be at a family function tonight, but he's going to be with us in full force tomorrow. Ben Wiltshire is a black belt in ninjutsu. He's been trained professionally at somewhere over in Ohio where they got an actual ninjutsu school. And he's going to teach us a lot about actual sword techniques. And he wants people to come and he wants them to bring swords. Not actual swords, nothing sharp or nothing steel, but if you got boffers, if you got the wooden kind, yeah, bring them along, and he'll teach you some actual ninja techniques. Do you have time on that? He didn't tell me.
Yes, I'm prepared after checking it out.
It's my fault too. I'll just tell you, he's a fun guy. He's a bit of an eccentric ninja, but I think you kind of have to be eccentric to be a ninja in this day and age. So we love him like that. Oh yeah, that's right. He said it's late, but it's a good time because it's dark and we can be concealed in the darkness as ninjas. So 10 p.m. on Saturday, come along. Okay, the Japanese swords demonstration is at 5 p.m. on Sunday. And it looks like
Investigating the secret world of the ninjas at 10 on Saturday.
he'd want me to introduce that. If you guys have wanted to know all the ninja secrets, and we're talking the myths to the real, from ninja death traps to ninja laxatives, he's got all of the dirt on ninjas, because he studied them in real life. So, come along for that. Make sure you come, it'll be fun.
Thank you. I'd like to introduce, if he's in the audience with us, and hopefully he is, Matthew McMillan, our author guest of honor. Who, normally I should let him introduce this, but he's going to be doing a reading for us on Sunday of his book, The Dreamer, book 1 of the Ghosts of Littletown series. It is awesome. I've already read it.
Thank you for inviting me this year. Yeah, this is the first year I've been here. I wrote a book, and I'm also part of the short story contest. We didn't get very many stories at all. So next year we're hoping to get more short stories in, so we can have more prizes and all that sort of stuff. So if anyone out there's got short stories, get them ready for next year. And that's about it.
I gotta love someone who promotes our own events. Thank you. I'd like to introduce Consplayers, our photography guest of honor. Like to come up here or introduce them down there? Your choice. Hi guys, have a good fun? Okay, so I have a free photo studio set up in here, so everybody is welcome. And let everybody welcome. 5 pictures for free. And go into my website. Enjoy and have a lot of fun. That's right. So whether you just want to show up dressed as, I'm not even wearing a costume except for a boarding costume. But, or you actually want good pictures, professional quality pictures of your best cosplay costumes, stop by his room. It is the, oh Lord, I forgot. See, I remember what we call it, I just don't remember what the Civic Center calls it. Why, thank you. The Union Pacific Room. It's right near registration. Thank you, disembodied voice from the audience. I'd also like to... What? No. I'd like to introduce our costuming judge guest of honor, Pikmin Link, if she's here.
Hi. So this is pretty much my second year at Fandemonium, and it's awesome. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun here. I'm here with cosplayers, and a friend of mine is also set up an artist alley table where silently arts. So come by our tables. We're the ones with the hats. Cool animal hats and Pokemon hats and yeah, Pokemon hats. We call them Pokemon scalps because they're like full head hats. So we scalp Pokemon. You can wear them. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to what this con's gonna have this year, and come by and say hi at the table and stuff. So yay, cool. Yay.
And is Carlos Pardo still in the audience? Come up here, Carlos. You've already got to meet him. You got to hear his awesome music. He's our music guest of honor this year. I'd like to bring him up stage and, make him stand here in front of you again. Smile for the morning. Tell us something about yourself, Carlos.
It's my first Fandemonium. We're Smidge. Right there. You're the only desert chicken that came? What about me? I thought you forgot about me. Yeah, I'm a desert chicken too. Anyway, I hope you like the music, the performance. It went pretty well. I thought my voice was going to crack, but it didn't, thankfully. It didn't sound like Peter from Brady Bunch. No, it went well. I hope you liked it, and I'll be here all weekend if you want to. I'll probably maybe play music in the hallways too, maybe. We'll see. So, well, thanks. Thanks for inviting me. That was good. Thanks.
Well, I think that's all the guests of honor we had for this year. Who? Let me hear it! Come down here, Michael! May I introduce our actor guest of honor? He's very cool.
With regards to some of the anime projects I've worked on, but lo and behold, here I am. I also do make a pretty decent living slaying vampires and fighting people with super lasers and other things on television. Yeah, so we talked about that a little earlier today, so if anybody has any questions about like aliens or vampires or whatever, I've pretty much got the goods on that.
Are they real?
What's that? I do fight zombies as well. Yeah, I fight a lot of the undead. Tomorrow night at 11 o'clock in special events, I'll be doing a panel. I think it's called "Everything You Wanted to Know But Were Afraid to Ask About the Industry." So I'll talk about some of the jerks and some of the nice people I've worked with, and talk about the industry and things like that. And then in the main room on Sunday at 3 o'clock. We'll be doing strictly an anime thing, so if anybody has any questions about the projects, we've got a bunch of new stuff that we're working on. And at closing ceremonies, I will be fighting the ninja to the death. Yeah. So, thank you very much, you guys, and we'll see you around.
Let's hear it for Michael! Hey everyone! Really glad to see you all here this year. I know I should have started with this line, but I'm really glad to see you here! Now, let me tell you a few things that are going on this weekend. They're cool things, it's cool. Tonight, actually, I do believe shortly after Battle Karaoke, which is immediately following this. Who'd have figured? We have something called, well, actually, Battle Karaoke, first of all. If you guys like karaoke at all, you gotta play Who's Battle Karaoke. It is awesome. We had like half the con in the last year, and just like, where is every... Oh, who's running an event? Never mind. But after that, we have something we like to call the No Pants Party. And for those of you who might be a little bit freaked out about that name, let me explain it to you. Yes, you do actually have to wear clothing when we have some laws and stuff. But, whatever that clothing is, it cannot be pants. It can be skirts, it can be togas, it can be sarongs, it can be trash bags put together with duct tape. It can be just about anything. Kilts, oh, wonderful kilts. But no pants whatsoever. You cannot even enter the door if you're wearing pants. We will be kind to those of you who don't know already, so you can roll up your pants legs and tape them, go in like that. If you're not really into there any more than that. But that's okay. We love you too. And then, hey, we got other stuff too. Hey, that's cool. Tonight, much later tonight, we have an event called Cosplay After Dark. It's where all those things you always thought, hey, that'd be interesting in cosplay, happen. Which of course is why, unfortunately, it's 18 only. We will be carding. Have your IDs at the door. Speaking of which, if anybody would like to participate in it, we're still taking sign-ups. Yes, that's right. If anybody wants to dare a cosplay after dark, come on down. And actually, speak to that woman right there. Hi, Kira. She would be Fandemonium's Director of Operations. She would be. I said would be, I think. Didn't I? Okay, cool. I might have said will be. I've been up for quite some time. Sleep. What an interesting concept. That's exactly true. Can't sleep, con will eat me. No sleeping, naughty. I know, get into it, see? A list, because I forget things. This is true. Way back, she's right. Who gets paid? I don't get paid. Okay, yes, the Civic Center gets paid. They'd rather prefer it that way. They're not too happy with us if we don't do that. But tomorrow morning, we have something called the Costume Contest in Cosplay, which for those of you who are costume-wearing people and like to do skits or just like to show off your wicked threads that you've made. Yes? I know she's got sign-up sheets. You should sign up. And you know why? Because we're offering a cash prize! I thought you'd cheer for that, yeah. And we have a, what is it? I do believe it's a 12 and under category, a 13 and up category for the costume contest. And then do we have 12 and under for cosplay? Do we have 12 and under for cosplay? No. No, there's no. See, she's right. That's why I hired her. But it is some fairly happy, impressive prizes, so you should all come down. It'll be great fun to watch or to participate in. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we have this little thing called Kingdom Hearts: The Keyblade War! And you will love that. Oh yes, you will love that. And then, following that, believe it or not, well, we have the anime dating game, also run by Koo. Last year that one had some interesting results, if I recall. And our Maniac Masquerade Dance! Which this year will be in a room that can actually be made completely dark. Last year we had a bit of problem with the lights. Well, dance without darkness isn't quite as much fun. Strobes are kind of ineffective. And then we have this cool book rating on Sunday. You really should go to it. You're gonna love it. I've read this book, beginning to end. It's really cool. But we have a special surprise for you on Sunday, for all of those of you out there who are the fans of the new Doctor Who. Every year we have, well, not every year, yes. For the last 2 years, we've debuted the new season of Doctor Who before it got to Sci-Fi Channel. This year, Sci-Fi Channel beat us. They're already playing season 3. So, what we're going to do, and for those of you who don't want the spoilers, I understand, but we're going to show the last 3 episodes of season 3. Before anyone, you see it first at Fandemonium! We have lots of fun and crazy for you for the rest of the weekend. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, please leave a suggestion. Tell us why. We'll make it better, I promise. We always make it better, don't we? Anyway, what do I have? Year 2? Year 2? I don't recall year 2. Never happened. Never. And I'd actually like to thank Jeremy Lopez, who's been working our soundboard here. He's the chairman of Anime Oasis. He will too. Jeremy will be running a con chair game. And for those of you who aren't familiar with this, if you've ever been curious what it takes to run a convention, but didn't want to actually spend a massive amount of money it requires and have all your hair go white, you can learn all the fun and excitement and downfalls and pitfalls and tricks and traps of running your very own convention, courtesy of Jeremy Lopez's con chair game. It will be running tomorrow. Time is to be announced. Yeah, I surprised you with that one, didn't I? But the time will be announced because, yes, the program was kind of silly and a couple items got left off, unfortunately. That won't happen again. Anyway. Suggestion box, yes. Oh, God, yes. I'm going to cry when I read those, I just know it. But no, let's see. What time is it? Anybody know the time?
7:38.
It's 7:40.
That's pretty cool. Time for most of the stuff. But for those of you who I didn't mention it to, get a program book, read it! We print these things for a reason. They tell you stuff, like what's going on. Yay. Oh yes, so you can edit it yourself. Look, I kept it up to date. But we have tons of fun events. Most of them are listed about in here. The ones that aren't, we'll have people in the hallway. Actually, we'll have people in the hallway anyway going, go to this event right now! You don't even know why! Just go, it's awesome. So, actually, everyone's gone away. Okay then. I have this wonderful habit of just going on and on and on. So, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to say, everybody stand up.